I decided against cutting a hole in it right now. What I'm going to do is laminate this. See how that looks. Give it a try. Here's how the legs turned out after they're dry. Got the rabbit cut on the ends. Turned out pretty good. But we'll have 4 of these like that. And some type of bracing between them to mount it to the top. So I need to prep this, and we'll put some laminate on it. Dirty. And we'll see how that turns out. I went ahead and rounded the edges off and cleaned it up, so we'll see how that does. Okay, we're ready to trim off the laminate from the sides, and I apologize, the battery went dead when I was putting the side on, so I didn't realize that. So let's trim this down on both sides, and then we'll do the top. Welcome back to 2015. Alright, it's trimmed up, nice and even, all around the edges. I just got to put the top on it. Probably not going to do that out here. You really want to be 65, 70 degree environment, and it's like 58 out here, 15 degrees outside. So I'll probably do that inside, but all you really got to do is you put your adhesive on here, let it dry. Put your adhesive on the back of your board, let it dry. Put your couple sticks out. And then when you put this on, get it lined up. I'll trim this out for sure. And then you just start at one side with a roller. And as you roll down, you just start pulling out the sticks and work your way towards the edge. And it'll turn out pretty good. And then once it sets and dries, then you come back with the router and trim it up, and you'll have a nice top. So for now, we'll take that inside and do that. Okay, while we're waiting for the countertop, or the tabletop, what it looks like a countertop, don't it? Go ahead and set these legs up and get them gluing. What I did is went ahead and ripped some walnut, and I still have all my fingers. So I figured what we need is 16 by 24. That gives a little bit of room on the top that you could use a clamp if need to be. So we'll go ahead and cut these to length on the miter saw. Need 2 24s. Enjoy your favorite shows on this 43-inch Smart TV for as low as $14.99. Relax in this soothing 4-piece bedroom set for as low as $19.99. So these will end up going in here like that, and then we'll have some go across this way. So if I said 16, we need to subtract the width of that. Laughter, and 3/4 of an inch, be inch and a half, right? January 29th through February 19th to be available at Magic.com. Becoming a true fighter is it's not long. Could make a jig. Take this across, clamp it down, and put another board as my guide. Time you do all that, you just cut it on the damn table saw, right? Alright, with the table saw set up, let's cut these. Okay, it's going to end up something like this. What I'd like to do is make the walnut flush with the oak. So I went ahead and drew a line here. Take these off. Which we should mark. Let's call this 1, 2, just in case they're not perfect, right? 2. So what we need to do is take this material out right here at that angle. So I'll make this cut on the table saw. And then I'll probably cut that by hand. Finish it off. Okay, the top's on now. So, same as before, we'll router the edges off. Okay, we got the legs done. They're glued up. I sanded them a little bit. Try to make them look a little better. Let's see what it looks like with the top. That's basically what we're going for. So I left the legs in, so if I needed to put a clamp on here. So it looks pretty good. Next we're going to have to cut the hole, which we talked about earlier doing. It's kind of a shame to get a hole in that nice tabletop, huh? But gotta do what you gotta do. So we need to drill some holes. Drill some holes up through here, countersink, to attach this to the table. We'll do that with the drill press. I don't know if you can see that. Switch on my drill press is broke, so that's how we turn it on. Okay, it's time to router out the top for the router plate. Make or break it time, so let's see what happens. This jig they give you is not big enough. It's kind of weird that it's not big enough to clamp. By the time you run your router, there's no room to clamp. So what I did is I just put two-way tape on it. Router bit has a roller bearing on it to ride across this as it cuts. So let's see what happens. I'll turn it off so I don't bore you guys with the fast forward.